On this channel, I try to provide you with tips for running, and today I want to share with you my top 10 running tips. Great for when you're a beginning runner, but also if you've been running for a while, there might be some things here that could help you become a better runner. Okay, tip number one is taking walk breaks. Now, a lot of times runners are just focused on the distance that they want to run, and they just keep running till they're too exhausted to run more, and then that's the distance that you can run. But there's no shame in taking little walk breaks once in a while, getting your heart rate down a little bit, and catching your breath, and then continuing on your run. And in the end, you might end up being able to run a longer distance than without the break. Of course, it's going to take you longer, but you might end up putting in more miles on your run. The next tip I have for you, if you want to grow as a runner and stay injury-free, is strength training. In order to become a stronger and faster runner, it is very important to also do strength exercises. Plus, training the muscles that have to support the muscles that you use while running is very important to prevent injuries. There are a lot of easy exercises that you can do at home. I've made several videos on this. If you need some help figuring that out, what you need to do, then check out those videos. In the same line as the previous tip, I have 3 exercises for you that every runner should do every day. Now, I call them the big 3 exercises. And out of all the exercises that you can do, you have to make sure that you do these. They help you as a runner by keeping you limber and flexible and helping your body to make other exercises that you need to do easier to perform. The exercises are very simple to do. Sit like this and try to keep that up for about a minute. Sit on your knees with your feet flat on the ground and your butt on your heels, and just hang out for a minute or as long as you can. Simple exercises, but with a great benefit for runners. Tip number 4 is slowly build up your distance. And the important part here is the slowly part. We all want to see progress. We all want to be ready for that race that we're training for. But remember, slow and steady wins the race. If you overdo it, you open yourself up to injury. It's good to push yourself sometimes, but not constantly. So slowly build up the distance and don't take jumps that are too big. Some gear tips. Of course, most importantly is your shoes. Make sure that you have good running shoes. If you're not sure what kind of shoes are good for you, go to a running store, have your feet scanned, and they can tell you exactly what type of shoes is best for you. There's hardly ever a time that I go on my run and I don't have to bring anything with me. Now, of course, for me, this also includes my camera gear and batteries a lot of times. But if I'm not filming, I'm always bringing my keys, my phone, sometimes sports gels. So for this, I have my flip belt. I love this thing for 2 reasons. One is that it fits a tremendous amount of stuff in it. And second, I don't even notice that I'm wearing it anymore when I'm running. So don't put loose stuff in your pocket or have your phone on your arm, or carry stuff in your hands. Just get a flip belt and carry everything that you need with you without even noticing that it's there. The last gear tip that I have is compression gear. Now, when I first started out running, I was a little bit skeptical about compression gear. I tested out different items and I found it very tough to notice the difference, because how can you really measure how something feels if you don't know how it would have felt if you didn't wear it? But over the years, I've learned that compression gear does really make a difference, especially my compression socks. I never do a long run without compression socks anymore. Now, it's not that without it is much worse and I'm in pain when I'm not wearing them, but I do notice a difference, and most of it after my run. My muscles just feel better when I go on my run with compression socks on. Tip number 8 is fartlek training. To work on your speed and strength as a runner, fartlek training is a great tool. It's a nice way to mix up your training runs, and personally, I just think fartlek runs are a lot of fun to do. If you're not familiar with fartlek runs, I have a video where I explain how they work, so I'll link it up here and down in the description. Just give it a try and you'll see how it will change your running, and it will improve your other runs as well. My next tip is fueling. Now, this is a couple of different things. For long runs like a half marathon or a full marathon, it's important that you're able to eat something during your race. This can be a sports gel, a power bar, or something like it, but make sure that you train this on your long runs. Not only during your race do you need to fuel properly, but during the day, every day, you have to make sure that you get enough nutrients, get your protein, your carbs, and drink enough water. I can't stretch this enough. You need to drink enough water. And the last tip on the list is cooling down. You want to make sure that what you did today, you're going to be able to do again pretty soon. So do some stretches once you're done. Stretch the calves, your upper legs. After the pounding they just had, they need it. Recover after your run. It's an important part of your run. The better you recover, the more prepared you are for your next run. I hope you enjoyed these tips. If you need some extra motivation, I have a video right here with 10 reasons why running is good for you. So check it out right here. Now until next time, get out there and run.